What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Neverwinter. As you may see on my thing, I have cut two new characters, Frodo Baggins and Syek. Gimli is now level 46. He's a beast. I'm going to hop on him afterwards to show you guys his new gear and stuff and all that, and his new moves. But we also have the 32. He changed up a bit. No more cape and stuff. He's pretty beast. But we're gonna do a dungeon run with the Scourge Warlock this time, because I previously did it with my Guardian Fighter, but not my Warlock yet. So we're gonna do the Warlock this time. The Rapist. I'm gonna just quickly do something right now. Options, audio. Turn it down a bit. Turn that up a bit. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and queue up for one. For a Cragmire Crypts. We already got into one. Holy crap. That was quick. Let's hope we don't get booted, because usually I tend to get timed out. I think it's going to happen. Oh, we're good. Normally it times me out whenever I try to join one. Oh, but there's a huge difference. There's a different play style between the Scourge Warlock and the Guardian Fighter. The Warlock is more, you gotta move around a lot more. I mean, the Guardian Fighter you still have to move around, but the Warlock you have to actually, you can't do what I do with the Guardian Fighter, where with the Guardian Fighter I'm usually standing right in front of the enemies. I'm holding off the assault from my teammates, so I'm usually letting the Warlocks attack from far. Unfortunately, I don't really get that good of teammates, so they don't really they don't really help much, but there's nothing you can really do about that. I mean, the last dungeon I was in, I think you guys may have seen it on Twitter, was I ended up going, this move, I don't know about this move, it's not very good. I ended up going 2 million damage dealt to enemies, and I had about, I think it was over 1 million dealt to me, and I had 0 down still because my character's just a beast. Meanwhile, everybody else has like 3 downs, 2 downs, 3 guys in the pictures. I did that boss battle myself, which is pretty crazy. I mean, character's not the best, obviously. I nearly got down. If I didn't have the full heal potions that you get on the Zen Market, I would have probably died. But maybe not for sure. Like, I could have survived, maybe, if I played it smart and sort of kept running, because it wasn't that difficult. I just had to keep reviving my own companion, and I had to revive from my teammates. My teammates, actually, what happened was they were playing at first. They joined the boss. They were fighting the boss battle. Then all of a sudden, the weaker, like the mages and stuff, they got their butt kicked by the boss, and they ended up just ditching completely because they didn't want to. They couldn't really do anything. These things working as mages well, because mages don't move. But yeah, once they died, I think they died each once, and then they jumped up and ran up to the top part where there's safety. Like, they ran up to the top of the stairs. And this is the Grey Wolf Den. They ran up top there where it was safe, where they wouldn't get, oh, I missed a move, where they wouldn't get attacked anymore, and they, Varus Wolfbane. I've seen the guy named Wolfbane before, Theron Wolfbane. He's actually my friend. Oh, that was a ball. But yeah, I basically did it myself. I did like really over half the work. In a very boss battle, I mean, I had help from I think it was another shield warrior, shield fighter or something like that. But he wasn't insanely good at helping, because he was running away a lot more than I was. Whereas I was like, I was still running, but I was sort of playing it smart. I'd run my low health. I'd get to the get my healing potions. Grow up, and then did I use my move? How did I use that move if I didn't? Alrighty. He was like, I was sort of playing it really smart. That's what you have to do when you have bad teammates. I mean, sometimes they're not bad, they just don't know how to use their character very well. And I still haven't gotten used to using the Guardian Fire, that's for sure. But I'm getting the hang of it. I'm learning how to like, but I still get swarmed because there's one time I even got, this is sort of like story time. There's one time I actually had to fight, I was doing the Throne of Idris dungeon. And I had a cleric in my team, and I had my teammates, I don't know why, but when we got to Idris's place, there's a whole bunch of mobs you have to fight through first before you start fighting Idris, because they're really freaking strong. Like, some of the mobs that they're actually really strong, even though they're not main bosses, they're still, oh my god, they do a decent amount of damage. So I was fighting those things, and the moves I have is I have it so that my teammates, I taunt the enemy and my teammates attack them for me. Like, well, they attack them with me, and I defend them sort of so that they don't. I'm gonna need that. So when they're attacking, when the bad guy, like the mobs are attacking me, my teammates have a free range to attack them from without getting damage with them, because they're focused on me. But my teammates weren't doing that, and they all, like, I had one teammate with me, he ditched me when I had 5 different of the stronger mobs. I think they're called, there's something officers. They're like these really floating knight cases or something like that, and they have this special move that when they hit you with it, it does a decent amount of damage. And they just naturally do a decent amount of damage. So when they're all attacking you, you're gonna lose health no matter what class you are, no matter how, unless you have like really freaking good gear, which I have decent gear, but not like good enough to defend myself against that kind of stuff. And so I put my mic and I said, dude, because my teammates all ran up to the Idris already, which is not what you're supposed to do when you're doing a dungeon. You don't run straight up to the boss. You take out the smaller people first, and then you take out the boss as you progress through it. Like, unless it's just easy mobs, but if they're hard mobs like that, and if it's like you take out the mobs that are up ahead first, then you take out the big boss, because Idris is surrounded by a bunch of different mobs on the ground. And if you, I hate when I do that. It should switch to another. Should switch to another move or another person when I'm doing that. But yeah, she has a whole bunch of mobs in front of her that you have to fight through to get to Idris. Like I said. So when you're fighting Idris, you usually want to take out those guys first, and then you get to Idris, because she does spawn in other mobs aside from the ones that are already spawned in, waiting for you. She'll spawn in extra ones to help her. And you want to take the ones that were already there out first, because they're gonna provide that much more damage to you. There's gonna be that much more for you have to worry about. Whereas if you take them out, it's obviously a bit easier. You don't have to worry about them, as many mobs coming after you, or bad, whatever you want to call them, enemies. I'm a Minecraft player somewhat, so I know I'd say mobs, but that was the case, and my teammates ditched me and they ran up to Idris already. So I'm sitting there nearly dying because I have a massive amount of, like a massive group of enemies attacking me. So I put my mic on and I complained. I said, dude, what are you guys doing? You don't know how to do dungeons? You know, I sort of called them out on it that they were doing dungeon all wrong. And you were. When you were doing any sort of boss battle, you never go straight for the boss if there's a bunch of enemies around. I used them twice, did I? You normally take out the massive group of enemies ahead, and then you go after the boss. That's what you do in many games. I've played many games that have bosses and stuff, and it's just common sense. But when I said that, the cleric just started like saying, "Oh, okay, I'm not gonna heal you. I'm not gonna heal you. I'm not gonna heal you," and stuff. He's like, "Oh, deal with yourself. Heal yourself. We're just gonna let Jimmy die." And I was like, "Dude, this is ridiculous." So I said, "Okay, well, just watch. I'm not gonna die. Watch me." And I didn't end up dying. I didn't go down once. I haven't been down yet in the dungeon on the Guardian Fighter. Actually, on any character. I put that in the wrong spot. Shoot. But So he was saying that, and I was like, okay, don't heal me then. So I ran up to his little healing spot, because the clerics, they have a really good move when you choose the healing path, that they can. And this is when I'm in the 40s, level 40s, so that they obviously have that really good move. So they have that good move that they heal, and then it just puts a little area on the ground where you get healed inside. So I jumped inside that area, followed with, like, I was letting the mobs follow me that were attacking me before, because I couldn't take them out unless I healed up, because my health was low, and I kept having to use the potions, like my really special potions. What's up, noob? Huh? Noob. Yeah, man, this is that Scourge. So I ended up surviving the situation, coming out on top, doing a ton of damage to Idris alone, and all the things surrounding me, and I ended up doing the most damage in the group, even though I was the one, like, I was constantly running from mobs because there's so many things attacking me. And that sounds kind of bad, but they're, like I said, they're fairly strong. If you get to that point, if you get to level 40s and you're fighting these things. Actually, there's one in this dungeon, actually, I think. No, there's a sort of one like in this dungeon, but he's not as strong. I'll show you guys. He's the same, he looks about the same, except the one that I'm talking about is floating. And it doesn't have any legs, but this one and this one has legs. It's actually coming up soon, actually. And that's what I'll show you guys. That's what it basically looks like. Oh, we have another Scourge Warlock. I didn't notice that. Hey! Oh, Jados. Nice. What are you doing? The dog's like slapping his butt on the floor or something. But yeah, I ended up doing the most damage. Ended up tearing through that dungeon on my own, like those parts on my own. I pretty much did do majority of the work in the dungeons that I do, unless I get a really good team. If I get like the really crappy teams, it's usually just me having to work on my own. I've gotten pretty used to being able to run away from danger and sort of heal up. Except for in the area where the Cult Dragon, like where the Carthrax is, because those things, I don't know what, they're still like Red Skull. When they have a Red Skull beside their name instead of a level, it means they're higher level than you. And they're strong. Those things, like the round Carthrax, the ones that are doing the rituals, those things are freaking strong. Like if you get surrounded by a lot of them, unless you're like super damn good or super damn strong, you're getting your butt kicked. You don't need that. Yeah, that's basically about it. I mean, this game is amazing. It's really fun to play. Again, I like the way things look too in it. It's not super bad. Super bad movie. It's not super awful that. Oh, I tried getting out. It was too late. It was too late. It's not super bad that you're gonna argue about it and you're not gonna sit there and say, oh hey, this is an ugly game, because it's not. It's actually a pretty decent looking game for what it is, and the Xbox version is fairly decent too, compared to the PC version. Doesn't have as much things, but I think I prefer the Xbox One version over the PC version, just because the PC version it's just a lot of people complaining. Although it has a better like guild system and all that stuff, and better chat system, there's not as many spammers. Like there are, but not in like. I mean, in certain areas there aren't as many spammers, but there's still in like the main city there's a bunch of spammers. But I don't want to look at that guy. He's got a silly name. We heard a cleric right there. Actually, that guy's a cleric. Papa Long Song. And we have a cleric, a trickster, and a control wizard, and then another Scourge Warlock. Clerics are pretty strong characters, actually. They do a decent amount of damage and they take a decent amount of damage. The one class I really want them to get on here is actually the Oathbound Paladin, because that's probably the strongest class. that I've noticed in the game. Like, they do the most damage on PC at least. And the battle weight is out. Wicked, white, whatever you want to call it. This guy, why are you moving up so far? Hey! Hey! Why is my guy not attacking? What the hell? And Yarma has a dog, looks like my dog is being stupid about it. Buddy! Come here. Come here. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no. Don't. You listen. Don't go over there. Stupid dog. Sorry, he's just the dumbest thing ever. Hey! We got two two dogs that are brothers, and they always fight. They always kind of be together, but they end up fighting after a while, and they start going at it pretty good, and biting each other's ears and stuff, you know. Honestly, how much damage I actually do in this dungeon. This move does actually a buttload of damage. Trying to avoid swearing and cussing and stuff. Scourge Warlock, like, I'm gonna work on the Trickster role because they're pretty strong too, and I'm gonna work on the Control Wizard because they end up being really good for PvP. But first I want to get Gimli to max level before I get like or start working on any other classes, because once you start doing too much, it just becomes out of hand. I want to start working them level by level after that. So I'll do 40, 40, 40, 40, and then I'll do 50, 50, 50, 50, and then every character to 50, and then... What? I'm doing... No, no, no. It's the most annoying thing to bother me when I'm doing videos. This sucks when you have an open room that people can just walk up inside. I mean, I also want to work on the Guardian Fighter, or the Great Weapon Fighter, because I want to see what I want to see how strong they become. They have some. Oh, I hate that stun move. That stun crap is so annoying. Because they have some pretty good moves. Let's get the Seal of Alliance. Greed. Can I get it, please? If I can get that. Well, it won't be making much money, but...
You're as good as new. Well,
oh, that's so good. I usually just go for blues so that I can sell them, or sell them on the trademark and hopefully get a couple or a few astral diamonds. Or I look for just good gear for my character. That's why I got Gimli to such good gear, is I just kept doing dungeons. I kept doing the Cragmire Crypt every so often. I got up getting a decent amount of blues, and then I did the one after the Throne of Idris a couple times, I think. Or I think I did the Throne of Idris once, because that time with the cleric it just made me angry. And then I did the Grey Wolf Den. I think I did it twice or once. I think I did the Grey Wolf Den once too. But I'm looking to stop. I'm not going to work on Gimli as much right now until I do the Pirate King a couple times, because I want to farm off that for some good gear and some decent amount to get myself some Astral Diamonds. I just had 100k, but I bought a bunch of Mark of Potencies, the rare ones, so that I could upgrade my Draconic enchantments, which are really good enchantments. I'm going to put them on all my stuff because they boost 3 different stats. They boost your defense. If you put in the defense slot, they boost your health in the defense slot, and they also boost the, I think it was recovery in the defense spot? I think it was recovery. I'll have to recheck. And the in the offense slot, they boost power, crit, and something else, I think. Here's where the thing is. I'll show you where he is. He's over here. This guy right here, this is what he looks like, but picture that just without the legs. Oh god, there's a lot of things here, Jesus. That move is sick. Buddy, stop. Generally, when you use this more move for the Scourge Warlock, you want to use on the strongest like enemy around you, so that you don't. Screen, the greens are useless. So that you don't lose out on damage that you can do, because you'll end up attacking more enemies than you. You'll end up having the better ability of controlling it, because you can just move around that single enemy and just hit everything around him. Whereas if you use it on a low level, like a lower, like weaker mob, and you do a lot of damage to them, and you take. Buddy, stop. This house is so loud. I hate how loud this house is. This is the fun part. At first I thought this was like an actual competing team, but it turns out it's just backup site. Okay, stop getting on my stop picking up greens, people. Jeez, you don't need greens. It's not gonna do anything for you. You pick those up in just regular missions. People slam doors and everything. Shield heart's already almost out, jeez. Shield heart's out. Step into my trap, boy. Step into my trap, boy. Decent damage against this. Look at that. Look how much damage I do with myself. Hit him! Hit him! Take him out! Hit him! Take him out! Hit him! He's out. He's done. See how quickly it goes? I'm gonna greed on that. Even though I can't use it, I'm still gonna greed. Because I want to be able to sell it. Oh, there's another blue. I need that. I haven't won a single thing yet. We're almost at the boss fight. We're like, we'll just go out there. It's actually running pretty quick compared to the Guardian fight. Well, actually, well, yeah, it's running pretty quick compared to the Guardian fight one. At least for like what it feels like. Oh, I hate when I get stuck. I didn't run it again. Jeez. These guys, if they hit you, they will knock your attack out, so beware of them. Hit the wrong character, too. Lightning power, sweet. I wonder what that does. I need that. Back up! Oh, he hit us, damn it. I was out of the thing, though. That was pretty quick. We're running through this pretty. I haven't won a single thing. Haven't won anything yet. Come on. Come on. Space spider going down. You can actually get this as a mount on the PC, I believe. This is actually pretty cool. I generally like to base my mounts off of my character classes and what my character races. Because if it's just if he's a hunter, I'm generally going to use an animal like a tiger, a leopard, or something like that, or a bear. And if he's a warlock, I'm going to use a spider and stuff. And if he is a guardian fighter, obviously I'm going to use something really cool. But I mean, the guardian fighter could use the bear, that would be pretty cool. But I chose oh god, the heavy howler, because it just looked really cool. And they fit along with the character, the way the Guardian Fighter is, and the way like how small he is and everything. But for the Hobbit character, I'm gonna have to find a smaller mount for him, or like a mount that makes sense for him. Maybe I'll choose like one of the wargs, or the things that look like wargs from Lord of the Rings. That'd be pretty cool. Do damage, my friends. Got that cold move, stun. I have to respec my skills though once I hit level 60 on all my characters, just so I can see what I can test everything out. See what works best, and I'll have to look up what the moves do. Sorry, I have sort of sniffles. Actually, I should have kept that because that's pretty. Well, I know I have a good pack plate on my Guardian Fighter that I can use for this stuff. This dude with it. This way, see, I can easily just move around and take out the enemies around and behind him. I can hit everything around. I don't want him to knock me back into the pit because it sucked. I've seen it happen to people where I've actually done it to mobs with my Guardian Fighter, knocked them into the pit and stuff back there. Let me just make sure I have a key on me. I have a dungeon key on me, yes. Good. I hate when I do dungeons without keys, because when you come back you can't, even if you leave and come back you can't use the key. It doesn't work like that. Which kind of sucks. I mean, it'd be pretty cool if you could just leave, come back, and do the key if you had cool people with you that would allow you to do that. That makes sense, but that's how they're doing it. And this way you just gotta accept it. I definitely can't wait till they add more classes and stuff though. I think there's one coming up for the PC, a new class sometime soon. Or something like that. And they obviously have the Oathbound Paladin, but I can't wait till the Xbox One gets it. Because the Xbox One is just funner in my opinion. Because it's easier to get that group going. How did I lose the move? This move, just sit still, do the damage. And there's the golem of the Hulk. I missed him, darn it. Come on. Let my skill heal up. Here we go. I'm gonna hit both of them. Ah. Buddy, stop. We're almost done the dungeon though, we're actually fairly close to the end, and once we get there, we'll just have a breeze through the boss battle. We'll do some good things against him, hopefully get some good gear so we can put on our class, our character. I think we're getting to the point where people obviously tend to open that chest that you don't want to open because oh, what am I doing? I'm like rubber banding. That move really isn't that great actually. Maybe it boosts like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem that great because you have to hit it at the right time. If you don't, then it just doesn't really work out very well. I have to find a different move that works a bit better. Get out of my way, bro. Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit him now. I'm gonna hit him now. It does decent damage, I mean, but it's just, it's not easy to, oh, I hate when people, stop being so damn. The dude had to actually run back just to get the item instead of fighting. Meanwhile, I'm right beside the item and I could have just walked and grabbed it. But he's gotta be a really cheapskate. Like this guy. You ain't gonna hit me, boy. There go your friends behind you. Oh, did you get me? You got me. There goes the huntsman over there so that they can actually get over without having to wait for teammates to get him. I don't need that. I don't need greens, ladies and gentlemen. Greens are useless. Well, they're not useless, but you can sell them. But it's not what I'm looking for, because I'm looking for good gear for my character. There's a blue. Just went by. Someone will pick it up. They're still fighting? Where are you fighting? Greed. Can I win that, please? Although I don't think any of my character... No, this guy's won how many things? Where the boss fight? Can I use my potions on myself right now? Open that. Doesn't give us anything good. I don't have any more potions to use? Nope. We're good. Okay, let's do this. Drink a Red Bull before. First move I use, the laser beam of death. Oh, yeah, boy. Look at all that damage being done to him. Next thing I use, flames of death. Then monster attack, and then that, and then that. Look at that. Perfect system of attacks. I just gotta, oh god, my head's itchy. I just gotta watch out for the, whatchamacallit, things that jump at you and disrupt your attack. I forgot what they're called. Because they will screw me over big time. They're actually starting to come by, so look at this. He's already got him nearly half health. Stop picking stuff up when you're in fights. What are you doing, man? Why do you want to win that? What's that going to do for you? People need to start learning what gear they need, what gear they don't need. Did I get him? Come on, let me get you. No, I didn't get him. But this will. I can't even use that move yet, jeez. Oh, I'm trying hopping out, but I didn't. Actually, I'm not taking as much damage as I know they take. It's fairly decent, actually. I normally get about half health at times because there's so many things attacking me, but nothing's really focusing on me. Which is good for me. I put that in the wrong spot. Use this. Ah, come on, you interrupted me. Did I still get to use the move? No. Travern Black Dagger is going down. He's getting his butt whooped. I know what the Black Dagger Crypt keys are for, actually. Stay there, stay there, stay there. Don't move, don't move. Oh, butt. He's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Most damage dealt, baby. Stay in the middle there, because you're gonna get hit with the freaking webs of death, the tentacles of death. GG, guys. Where's the Seal of Lions? I need those. My head's a bit itchy right now. Only 4? Come on. What do we get from the thing? We got Cowl of Vengeance. What is that? Ooh, that's good. And 12 Sea of Lions. Nice. Let's see the scoreboard. We got 700k damage dealt. Nice. 100. I always have the most damage taken. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not as good as moving around as I thought I was. Or maybe it's because I'm usually just taking the damage from my teammates. Because that's a good bit of difference. So I'm usually helping them stay alive. health points healed. I only healed 94,000, but I took most damage. How did I only heal? I guess I didn't heal that much. I just let him heal me or something. I don't know. 238 kills. Holy, I did decent work there. Alright, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode or this dungeon run. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscription as usual. Be sure to, give your tips on how to play that character better. I mean, class, not character. Play the class better. Tips and tricks how to farm astral diamonds, maybe. Aside from doing like daily dungeon and stuff, and leave that group and all that stuff. And we're gonna quickly invoke, and then we'll head out, guys. Anyway, guys, I hope you all have a good day. We'll see you later. Peace out.